We found out later that she walked into her house at about 3 o'clock. The neighbor saw her walk in, saw her park her car. I think she walked in, she threw her keys on the counter, went downstairs, put her rope up. She didn't take her coat off, and she hung herself. So she was dead by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 hours after I had seen her.
Kathy's suicide did not come without any warning. In the weeks prior, she repeatedly voiced the desire to end her life, was suffering from severe depression and the anxiety of possibly losing China, her partner of 2.5 years.
So I came home, I confronted her, I said that she needed to get help, and that if she couldn't get help, things that I really needed to remove myself from her.
Kathy made it clear to China that she was not willing to get help when the ultimatum backfired, sending her out the door. This would have been the time for a police intervention. However, there was no one around to stop her when shortly after she hung herself.
They have a tendency to feel that after death, things won't be as bad as they are now because they couldn't possibly be any worse than they are now.
According to the American Association of Suicidology, over 32,000 Americans will commit suicide this year. Suicides outnumber homicides 5-3. And these alarming numbers indicate the need for an effective prevention strategy.
Usually people are pretty honest about, like, if they're having suicidal thoughts.
Yet despite this honesty, so many individuals are still able to carry out their own suicide. Psychologists attribute this to misinformation about suicides and lack of knowledge about how to respond in this situation.
I really didn't know what to do, and I was really kind of distraught about the whole thing because it just, as you can imagine, was hard. And then on top of that, I had a whole group of people who were saying that she wasn't serious and that there was nothing for me to worry about.
One of the myths is somebody who's really seriously suicide is not gonna tell anybody about it. And that is true sometimes, but the majority of time there will be some indication.
UNL psychologist David DeLillo feels that a national public health campaign would give ordinary citizens a prevention plan that may save their loved one's life.
I would say that we need increased awareness of what those warning signs are, and an encouragement for people who see those to take action. You have to take immediate action. You can't wait till they get an appointment with their therapist or physician the next week. And, there's nobody wants the police to have to come to their house, but that's what it takes. So,
to this day, China continues to ponder her role in Kathy's death. Was this her fault? What could she have done differently? These thoughts intermixed with the memories of the woman she loved. For NewsNet Nebraska, I'm Claire Porter reporting.